Welcome to another video. So today we're going to talk about why you should make a true choice before you start manifesting anything. And it's kind of a complex answer, but the first part of it is if you want to imagine your consciousness and your manifestation power like a GPS, like an autopilot. It's like you tell the end result, the where you want to go, the end station to your consciousness, and then your consciousness takes care of actually taking you there. So this is why, that's the short answer to why it's so important to make a true choice. Okay, but this is not just any choice. It needs to be a true choice. So I want to talk about what is a true choice. It's not just any choice that you can tell your GPS, your consciousness, where to take you. Your unconscious and your superconscious is that autopilot, that GPS, which is going to take you where you want to go. And this true choice, it's not just any choice. It's not just coming up with, conjuring up some kind of egoic desire by your conscious mind, with your conscious mind and only your mind, to where you want to go. And if you want to play manifestation that way, that's fine, and try it out and see the results that you get. But out of doing this, learning this, studying this, and using my life as a laboratory to experiment with every single manifestation method that you can imagine, in my experience, when you do it like that, when I came up just ego-based, egoic desires to manifest, I could go to a certain degree. I could manifest those results to a certain degree. And there was always either something missing, or I had to work really hard at it. There was a lot of effort involved on my part to make some kind of a success from that desire. But when you want to manifest effortlessly, there are certain rules to how you make a choice of what you want to manifest, of what you are creating. And so a true choice is not something that you just come up from your mind. It's not an egoic desire. A true choice is something that you choose to manifest or create just because you love it, just because you just love to see that thing in your life. You just love to experience that thing in your life. You just love to see it manifest. You just love to experience it. So it comes from this brain that is down here. It comes from your heart. And why the heart is so important in this is because one is that it's through the heart that you are connected more easily to the world of the unseen, to your higher self, to the divine, to the quantum field, to the Akashic records, to your true self, all of these things. Because we do have a second brain down here, because we have neurons in our heart, which are the same or similar cells like what we have in our brain. So there's literally a second brain down here, and it's the magnetic field of this brain is actually much bigger and much stronger than the electrical field of our brain. But that's a side note. So what you want to manifest has to come from your heart. And I also like to say these desires are the desires that the Creator themselves placed into your heart. And so I'm not going to go into, that would be another big long tangent about self, creator, soul, oversoul, and all of those, but let's just stick with that. So these desires are that which your heart would just love to see, and not egoic desires that you came up with your mind for, from, with. You get my point. So that's a true choice. You just love to see it manifest. But a really surefire way of telling what a true choice is by knowing what is not a true choice. And so here is what a true choice is not. How to make ineffective choices. And I have my notes here, so I'm going to look into them. So number 1 is choice by limitation, which is choosing only what seems possible or reasonable for you at the time of making the choice. So that's pretty clear, right? Number 2, choice by indirectness, choosing the process instead of the result. So people often make this mistake. Like an example would be a businessman who says, I want to triple my revenue in my business this next year. And when you dig deeper, like why, what would that make available for you if you had that? And then it turns out that they actually want to spend more quality time with their family. So what they truly really want is more quality time with their family, which is also, by the way, not quite a true choice, because the true choice should be measurable. Like you would need to be able to look at your life and tell, like be able to tell when you know you're there, when you know you got there. So more is not like, okay, so how many days a week? Like 4 days a week you want to spend with your family. Okay, right, so let's create that. And for that, maybe there is you just need to hire a team, or maybe you just need to automate stuff in your business, or maybe you get to just sell your business and you will get so much money that you don't have to work another day in your life, and you can spend 7 days a week with your family, you know. Like, so choosing this is a mistake, choosing the process instead of the end result. So that is choice by indirectness. So that's not a true choice. It's not an effective choice. You want to choose the end result, that which you actually really want. Choice by elimination, eliminating all other possibilities so that only one choice remains. This is not a true choice. You don't want to create something that you have like all of these other possibilities on your mind, like, okay, there's all of these things I want, but let's just stick with this one. That's not a true choice. You don't want to restrict yourself. Choice by default. This is the choice not to make a choice, so that whatever results happen seem to occur without a choice. And all that is left is a reaction. So it's really avoiding responsibility, and also it's avoiding using your God-given faculty of focus and free will, sustained focus and free will. Choice not to make a choice. So conditional choice, imposing preconditions on choices. So for example, let's say you want a particular, and people gonna hate me for this, and I'm going against most of manifestation community, but saying that you want a romantic relationship with this particular person, that's a conditional choice. You can have a choice of having an amazing romantic relationship, full stop, because the other person has free will. And then you can create synergistically. It is absolutely possible to create in synergy with other people, but you need to know what it is that they want. Or you need to assume that you know what it is that they want, or you need to create yourself and your creation like it is that they want. What is it that they want? So when you want to create something where other people are involved, you need to know what it is that they want and create that way in synergy with the other person. And that way your choice is not conditional. So you will have made a true choice, which is your true choice, and not forcing anyone into any kind of anything. Choice by reaction. A choice designed to overcome a conflict, or a choice that is based in a reaction to some kind of circumstance that you have in your life, and you are in a reaction to that circumstance, and so then you decide to create something in order to get away from that thing or solve the problem, that which you are a reaction to. Choice by consensus, and that is, some people make choices based on finding out what everyone else is willing to recommend and following the results of that poll. So asking what everybody else thinks is possible for you, or what everybody else thinks would be beneficial for you to choose, or in fact just considering what your mom, your dad, society, other people, your friends would think that it would be beneficial or good or fitting for you to create and manifest, and following the results of that poll, or of those opinions, taking all of those opinions into consideration, and choosing that which is the sum of those choices for yourself. This is not a true choice. It's not an effective way of making a choice, because again, you are bypassing your God-given faculty of free will, choice, and focus. Yes, and choice by the universe, karma, or some kind of metaphysical concept like, oh, this is my karma, so therefore I need to do this. Or some kind of other metaphysical concept. That's not a true choice. And so there is a really fine line between choice and surrender. So the surrender part is surrendering to all of that which you are, your superconscious, that which some people call your superconscious, your higher self. And why? Why? Is because your superconscious is the most creative part of you. Your superconscious part of you, the part of your consciousness which is always plugged into the quantum field, which has infinite knowledge, that part of you is the most creative part of you. And if you surrender to that, then it will just manifest everything for you without you having to struggle for it, working hard, wasting time, doing it like just little old you doing it all. You can surrender, you can make a choice. It's like if you can imagine like meditating and just being really, really still and allowing an intention to emerge from the stillness, and drop that into stillness, and that's it. Creation is done, intention is done, intending is done, focus is done. That's it. It's done, it's done, it's done. It's already done, because everything is created twice, by the way. First in the world of the unseen, and then in the physical world. Like if you cut open an acorn, you cannot see the plan, the blueprint, but yet the blueprint for the forest is already in there, and it just needs to go through the natural laws of creation, the natural laws of manifestation, which is it has to go into correct soil. So what's the environment that we need to create for this to flourish? It needs water, it needs light, it needs time, it needs care, or it just needs to be left alone for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and there's the forest. So yes, but I know we are human and we don't have 50 or 100 years to to manifest certain things in our lives for them to become this forest, the blueprint of which is already existing inside of ourselves, in the blueprint of the world of the unseen, that which we already are, and we are all of it already. Okay, so there is this fine line between surrender and true choice, like that intention, and it's like an emergence, and it emerges from your superconscious. It emerges from the part of you that is the all of you. And there is also this fine blend between your conscious and your unconscious and your superconscious. So that's why there is this fine balance between, this fine line between surrender and choice. And so like, if you don't make a choice, and if you say, then you're like a leaf in the wind, then it's like the universe, does whatever it does, and you have not used your God-given faculty of sustained focus and free will choice. If you rely on the universe, if you think it's karma, if it's some metaphysical concept that you need to do this. But yet, it's also not only your conscious mind. It's not about the egoic agenda. And maybe I will do another video about the egoic agenda, because that's another tricky thing. The egoic agendas that and the unconscious egoic agendas, which are what actually hinders and limits your manifestation the most, and what to do about them. This is why it's so important to make a true choice and to know what is a true choice. You have complete freedom. You can choose to have, or you can choose to not have anything. There is complete free will, and it shouldn't be influenced by society, other people, what others want, what others think, what others think should be good for you. No, this should be you. This should be you. It should be what you deeply desire in your heart. Like it's like a knowing. It's like an emergence of the all of you, but it's also a knowing of what you want and what you don't want. And it's complete freedom. You can have that which you want. And you can totally not have that which you don't want. It's not about metaphysical, like karma or none of that. And you can create anything that you desire, and the desire is, the only thing about this desire is that it has to be something that you truly just would love to experience from you, because of you, for you, just for you. It's just about you. It's what's gonna make you happy. It's not about what's gonna make other people happy. What's gonna make you happy? And manifest that and create that. And you really can. You can, whatever it is. And it has to be, you choose it just because. There's no other reason. You choose it just because. There's no other reason. Not to please society, your parents, It's just because, and it's only about you, and it's just for you. And it's just because. That's a true choice. And if you don't do this, if you don't make a true choice before, like if this is not what you tell your GPS system to take you to, it's gonna be tricky. Like I say, if it's an egoic desire, if it's based on limitation, indirectness, elimination, choice by default, like any of those, if your choice is based on any of those things, just based on my last 25 years of trialing this, it's gonna be either it's gonna be hard work and a hard push, and you're still gonna come across your limitation. Either way, even if you make a true choice, you're still gonna meet your limitation, and that's okay. That's good. That's a good thing. But when you make choices based on all those other things, it's gonna be hard work. It's gonna be a struggle. It's gonna be like, I thought I wanted this, but there's just something's missing. Maybe this wasn't what I truly wanted. Or you're gonna realize when you get there, when you do have it, and it's gonna be like, oh, so I just wanted this in order to have that other thing, but actually I still don't have that other thing, even though I created this thing, right? So this is why there are those 8 pillars of what is an ineffective way of making a choice. And if your choice, what you are choosing to manifest, is in any of those 8 categories, it's not a true choice. Give it up. And start from fresh. Just for you. And just because. And just because the Creator put that into your heart. Okay, see you in the next video.